1953 Zulu weather. Wind 26015, gust 24, visibility 10. Scatter clouds 4,200, ceiling 20,000 broken. Temperature 28, dew point 18, altimeter 2972. Remarks peak wind 260 at 27 at 1940 Zulu. Instrument and visual approaches are in use, landing and departing runways 28 and 18. Use caution for parasailing activities within 3 nautical miles northeast of the Traverse City Airport, up to 600 feet AGL. All aircraft advised as a contact. You have Lima.
Traverse City ground, Cherokee 5153 Sierra at the North Tees, ready to taxi to the active. We have information, Lima.
5153 Sierra, runway 28, taxi via Charlie Delta.
28 via Charlie Delta, 53 Sierra, thanks.
Alright, now we can roll.
Cherokee 5153 Sierra, if you'd like an intersection anywhere along the way, just let me know.
Roger, we'll probably go down to the run-up pad and do our run-up down there and take the full length.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so flaps are set, mixture is rich, fuel pump on, landing light on, transponder set to altitude 1200, doors and windows are closed, flight instruments are set, we set that. That's it.
All right.
Traverse City Tower, Cherokee 5153 Sierra, holding short 28, ready for departure to the south.
Cherokee 5153 Sierra, Traverse City Tower, no delay in departure. Traffic turning 1.5 miles, final, runway 28, cleared for takeoff. Proceed on course.
No delay, 28, clear for takeoff, proceed on course, 53 Sierra.
Blue Streak 5096, contact Minneapolis.
If I can just go.
Yep, so no delay, we'll just keep the roll going. All lights are on, everything looks good,
Yep.
trimmed. F final.
And Tower 3 on Foxtrot, number 128 after the Cherokee.
All right, Lima Foxtrot, Traverse City Tower, hold short of runway 28 for traffic on the option.
Hold for 28, Cherokee Foxtrot.
All right, roots here on center line, heels on the floor, let's do it. What's our rotation speed?
60.
All right.
Airspeed is coming. There's 60.
Oil pressure, oil temp looks good, 60.
Aztec 4 Charlie Hotel, go around runway 28, up, that's the runway to the right, fly right traffic.
Go around, no, that's the line. Watch out, right. What do I know?
Lattice 3 Lima Foxtrot, runway 28, last away.
Lattice runway 28, Cherokee Foxtrot.
All right, 500 feet AGL, we can start that turn to the south.
To the left.
Yep. Clear left.
Clear left.
Lattice 3 Lima Foxtrot, fly runway, heading runway 28, clear for takeoff. The Aztec and the up would have been making a right crosswind turn.
Okay, we have the Aztec runway heading, clear for takeoff, 3 on Foxtrot.
Go a little bit more right rudder there, keep that ball nice and coordinated.
What do you want to go up to?
Oh, geez. We can go up to like 3,500.
Okay.
And what's our VY in this plane?
It's a 78, I think. If I remember correctly, 78, 79. I'd have to... 76.
Knots, right?
Yep.
Lattice 3 Lima Foxtrot, contact Minneapolis Center.
Over to the center, 3 on Foxtrot, good day.
Good day.
You said up to 3, correct?
35.
Charlie Hotel, runway 28, clear for the option.
Runway 28, clear for the option, 4 Charlie Hotel.
Awesome. Now, usually when we're at pattern altitude, we'll do our climb checklist.
Okay. Flaps retracted, they are down, fuel pump to off.
We still have good fuel pressure, good flow.
Fuel pressure, engine instruments all in the green. And initial climb VY76 or above that, so that's initially I think we hit it pretty good, so we're good there.
I love it up here.
I know it.
Ever since I started flying, I hate driving. And in fact, I'm probably a worse driver.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, like, now that I own a plane, own a part of a plane and fly, I could care less what kind of car I have, which is the weirdest thing. But I used to be such a fan of what kind of car I was going to get. Now I could almost care less.
Now it's like, what type of avionics can we put in this thing?
Right. All right, so there's 9D.
Cleared right.
Clear right. We'll come back.
What do you think the field elevation is around here?
I don't know, it's got to be what, 14?
Look in your, what I showed you on the ground in your foreflight. Look for a tower and...
Where am I at?
Helicopter 7 Tango Charlie, taxiway Charlie north of runway 28.
1426.
Wind 27014, gust 24.
So that's our MSL, so subtract that from your AGL, 415. We're about 1,000 feet.
Okay, yeah.
So 1,000 feet AGL is about 2,000, which will be good to know when we start to do our ground rough maneuvers.
Yeah.
Right. That was kind of like a 180-degree turn, but
yeah, that was
I like
a little bit more, but I wanted to be safe,
I love it. All right, we're going to start off with some slow flight.
Okay.
And it is a little bit bumpy. Don't get frustrated. Just take your time. Remember, we're trying to maintain our altitude and plus or minus 50 to 100 and airspeed plus or minus 10.
Okay.
East Coast Jet 80, roger, turn right.
And we'll start with reducing our speed and incrementally adding our flaps. Yeah, go ahead and reduce your power. Let's say, I don't know, 1700 RPM. As you reduce your power and start pitching up slowly to maintain your altitude, your airspeed is going to start bleeding off. And then once you get within flap range, into the white arc, we're going to put 1 notch of flaps in.
Okay, 1 notch coming in.
Perfect, and you're still managing your altitude. That's awesome. So that's going to bleed off a little bit more airspeed.
Roger, turn right at Delta 3, contact.
You can add your 2nd notch of flaps.
2nd notch of flaps.
Awesome. And your altitude's looking awesome. And then your 3rd notch of flaps.
3rd notch.
And then coming through about 65, you're going to add a little bit of power in. You're going to add power to maintain altitude, pitch for airspeed. So right there, probably, it might be around 1,800 RPMs or so. Would be a good starting point. So pitch up a little bit. You're losing a little bit of altitude. Pitch up will get you back to your altitude, and it'll bleed your airspeed off to about 60. Still managing your heading. So a little bit of more power. You're losing altitude, and you're on your airspeed. So we want to add a little bit of power for altitude. I'd add a little bit more. Stop that descent rate. There you go. Keep that nose pitched up for 60. More power. That climb back up. Want to get that back up to about 3,500. And we're still scanning the area, making sure that we're nice and safe. Watching our heading. There you go. So your altitude's coming up. Once you get to 3,500 again, you could probably reduce a little bit of power. And really what this is showing us is the relationship between pitch and power, right? Your pitch really manages your airspeed, your power is managing your altitude.
Right.
How do you find that good balance to keep them both where you want them? All right, so you're kind of leveled off, so maybe just a little bit more power. Get yourself back up to 35. And our ground speed right now is 40 knots, so we're pretty slow over the ground. Coming into a headwind. All right, cool. We're going to do a power off stall.
Okay.
So to kind of walk you through that, this is the one where we're going to reduce our power to idle.
Yep.
We're going to pitch down, lose about 100 feet,
Yep.
and then slowly start pitching up. First indication of a stall, we're going to get that nose low, and we're going to get full power in.
Okay. So we're just going to drop the power, drop 100 feet, and then pull it back up, right?
Yep, nice and slow.
Okay, here we go.
And throughout all these maneuvers, we want to make sure that we're coordinated. So make sure that ball stays in the middle. Step on the ball if you need to. There's our 100 feet. Start pitching up. There's the stall light. So you can get that nose down and full power.
I didn't even feel...
All right, cool. We're going to do a power on stall.
Copy.
And so basically what this looks like, we're going to reduce the power.
Okay.
And we're going to try to maintain altitude. As we maintain altitude without power, our airspeed is going to bleed down. And we're going to go full power pitch up once we get to about our rotation speed, maybe 5 knots faster.
65.
Yeah, 65, 70.
Okay.
And first sign of a stall or buffet, we're going to basically just drop the nose, keep full power in.
So I'm going to just keep altitude 3,500, slow to 65, and then at 65 we're going to go full power and pull up.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That pitch up a little bit. There you go. See how it's starting to come down with pitch?
Yep.
All right, there's your rotation speed, full power. That nose high, we're in the climb. First indication of a stall, we're going to get that nose low.
You seeing it?
Nope, keep it climbing.
CBM 4 Alpha Whiskey, contact Minneapolis.
There it is.
Departure,
And down?
Yep, nose low.
Thanks, you too.
Right to the horizon.
Woo!
Okay, let's do some ground reference maneuvers.
Copy.
So we can get down to about 1,000 AGL. And you already told me that field elevation here is about 1,000.
Yep.
So we can descend down to 2,000. And we're going to look for a good point that we're going to do a turnaround to point for. A lot of times an intersection or a water tower is a good choice. So as soon as you see something, kind of make a line that direction. And actually, got a nice little intersection down there. See that really big intersection?
My
Down over
45 almost?
Yeah.
Yeah, with that field that's got the strips in it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's use that.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, all our ground reference maneuvers, we want to enter on a downwind. We know the wind's coming out of the west.
Copy.
So we're going to fly outbound to the west.
Wind's coming actually... Which way is the wind coming here? Is it coming from...
Right about there, 240.
Yeah.
So we'll get down to 2,000.
Yep.
We'll go past our point. We'll come back in on the downwind and we'll start our turnaround to point.
Okay.
Now the goal of a turnaround to point is just to be able to stay the same distance from that point during the entire turn. So it should look like a circle, not an oval.
Okay.
And it's going to take different bank angles to make that happen based on
the wind, crosswind.
Yeah. Yep, so when we come on the downwind, we're moving the fastest over the ground, which means we need the steepest bank.
Yep, I'm with you.
And then when we come back into the wind, we're going to be slow, so we won't need as much bank to maintain that distance from the point.
Alright, so we're going to be coming up on 2,000 here in a minute. Just nice and slow, just around to 500 feet.
It's not coronavirus.
Get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
I just got tested.
Did you?
Check negative.
Good. I want to get the antibodies test, see if I have had it, you know, like see if I've ever had it.
I kind of do too.
Although maybe it's better not to know.
Alright, there's your 2,000.
Yep.
We'll keep cruise power in and still have your intersection in sight.
I think I went past it quite a ways, but if we turn back to it, I think I can get to it.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Alright, left.
We're going to be coming a lot faster inbound, that tailwind. bank angles are going to change based on the ground speed. Right now we're at our steepest bank angle, but you can see you probably need to roll a little bit of that out because you want to maintain the same distance as we come around into the upwind, and your altitude looks awesome right at 2,000, so keep cross-checking that. As we're coming into the headwind, we're going to be at our slowest ground speed. So we'll start leveling out that bank a little bit.
These people right here in this house are going, what the heck are these guys doing?
Oh, what the heck is going on up there?
I'm gonna have to take that out of the video.
Oh, whoop. Okay. All right, cool. And then once you did your 360-degree turn, you just roll out and say, you know, maneuver complete. But you can see the breadcrumb there. It's a pretty legit circle, right?
Not bad.
Not too bad.
Not bad.
So we're just trying to correct for the wind there, you know, changing our bank angle.
I like that. That was good.
That was a good one. Yeah. So let's fly outbound here. I'm going to show you S-turns. So S-turns, all you're doing, and I'll kind of draw it out for you here.
Well, I think I went through this on Sporties. So
okay, cool.
I think how I saw it is there was a straight road, and then you go through it, and then you go through it like this. If that's how they had it, straight road. You crossed the road, made the S, and then came back across, and you wanted to keep the half of the S the same size as the other half.
Shut up!
Exactly.
Was kind of the whole thing there.
Yep. So you want to go wings level right over the road on all your turns.
Yeah.
And you want the shape of both of those turns, they're like little U's, you want those to be the same. You want to be the same distance to the peaks of the road.
Yeah.
And so again, we're correcting for wind.
Right,
we don't want to get pushed.
Was the one thing you have to take into consideration the crosswind because it's going to make it different.
There's a big tower there.
I see it.
So we'll start to turn to the left and kind of come back in.
Okay. I have a drink of water there. I was getting a little thirsty. Okay.
Yep, and that's really important too, especially on your check ride or just flying in general. You want to be scanning the area, looking for towers, especially when we're this low.
Yeah.
It'd ruin your day.
All right, so I'm just coming this way then and going left is what you're saying?
Yep, you're going to come right over the road basically.
This road here, or is it this road?
You can use that one over there.
This one right here?
Yep, so keep that turn coming.
Okay.
You want to go perpendicular to it. Maintain 2,000. And you can start it to the right if you want.
This way?
Yep, so come right over it with wings level.
Yep.
So you should be coming up just like this. And as soon as you cross the road, you're going to start that turn. Again, coming downwind, you're at your fastest ground speed, so your turn or your bank is going to be at the highest. So we're right over it. Start that turn. We're getting pushed out. You want to time it so you come over the road wings level. So this actually looks pretty good. Awesome. And then wings level right over the road, and once you go wings level, we're going to make one to the left. And you want the one to the left to basically be the same size. So you're kind of picking a point out here and saying, okay, I need to fly over that to be about the same size of my first turn. I know that road ends, we're just going to kind of project it out.
And this one I'm going to have a shallower bank though, right?
Yep, you're going slower now, so you're kind of thinking about, you know, how far do I need to make that turn?
I think this isn't going to be enough, though. I think it's going to not. I think that other one was further out. I think I probably went in too much. I want to look at the breadcrumbs when we're done with it. But I can already tell that this isn't going to be right. Which is, I guess, good. Know what I need to do.
And now you're going faster, so it's a steeper bank so that you cross the road wings level.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There you go. That wasn't too bad, actually.
And then there's
wings level.
Yep.
Awesome, and you maintained your altitude.
All right,
that's basically it.
About 33, so 330, so.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna start our bank, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull 1, 2, and 3.
And you probably need to add a little bit of power for airspeed if we want to maintain airspeed as well. That's the ticket. 35, losing a little bit of altitude, anticipate that, a little bit more pitch up. There you go. A little bit more bank. A little bit of pitch up, losing a bunch of altitude. There's our point. Right on 330. Awesome. Ended good. We get the power down, so we stop that climb. Back down to the 35. our compass processed. We're actually going 330 right now. So with a DG like this, you gotta recalibrate it every, you don't have to right now, but you have to recalibrate it every like 15 minutes as a precession with the gyros. Woohoo! Okay, the right is usually my worst steep turn, so I'm going to try to go to the right.
Copy.
Thanks for departure on runway 28. We'll be departing to the south, Traverse City.
Alright, so airspeed looks about where I want it. Altitude's pretty decent. So I'm going to start to turn. When I get to about 30 degrees, I'm going to add about 200. I'm going to roll in, I'm going to pitch up just a bit. And I'm looking outside just to find that reference point. Altitude's dropping, so I'm still pitching up. Still pitching up, trying to catch it. There we go. 45 degrees. And I'm looking on the horizon. I'm trying to find that sight picture that's going to keep me right on the horizon there. Whoop, nose is dipping a little bit. There we go.
This is beautiful, man. This is a beautiful, beautiful.
And roll it out right on the 0. Then we can pull that power out so we don't balloon. Wow, I did it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it's kind of just a systematic maneuver.
Yeah.
You know, once you get to 30 degrees of bank, you're starting to lose vertical component of lift. Pitch up about 5 degrees. Find that reference point on the horizon. So I was looking right where the cowling kind of dips.
Yeah.
I was keeping that right on the horizon. And then I put a little bit of power in so I didn't bleed off any airspeed. And I just held it and made just small corrections.
Yeah.
Cool?
Cool.
We'll do lots of those. I'm not going to beat a dead horse today, but let's grab our weather for Traverse. Your controls?
My controls.
For observation, 2053 Zulu. Wind 270 at 18.
Still 28.
27. Visibility 10. Sky condition scattered 4,200. Broken 20,000. Temperature 28 Celsius. Dew point 17 Celsius. Altimeter 2971. Remarks. Density altitude 2,600.
Traverse City traffic, Cherokee 5153 Sierra, 10 miles to the west, entering left downwind, runway 28, Traverse City.
Cool.
Traverse City traffic, TVC 850 showing off just off of runway 28. We'll be turning to the south here momentarily, Traverse City.
Alright, so we'll keep an eye out for that traffic. And we can start that descent down to about pattern altitude. 1600. Yes, sir. And we'll do our approach and descent checklist. I don't know if you have one on there.
Yeah, but I think you have it, don't you? Did I give you the check? Yep. Descent landing, ATIS is attained. Approach briefing. Seatbelts, mixtures rich. Fuel pump on. Thank you, sir. Landing light is on, hasn't come off. Fuel to the highest, we have it now on the right. Thank you for that. Fuel selector, okay. Flaps is required. Below 102 Kias, approach speed 65. Traverse City traffic, Cherokee 53 Sierra, 5 miles to the west, entering left downwind, runway 28, Traverse City.
Yeah, and I'd make that turn right towards the runway now.
Okie doke. Going in.
We're 2400 for 16.
Pull a little extra power out. We don't need it.
Yep, downwind's about 100. Once we get a BR point, we'll go half laps, pitch for 90.
Copy.
80, and then 70 on final.
Traverse City traffic 53 Sierra, entering left downwind, runway 28, Traverse City.
Cool. Looks good, about 100 knots on your downwind.
Okay, there's our numbers.
Beam your point, about 17. At 1 notch of flaps, pitch for 90.
Not yet, there we go.
Awesome.
There's 90.
We're not losing any altitude, I'd pitch down a little bit more.
Traverse City traffic, Cherokee 530, left base, runway 28, Traverse City.
That second notch of flaps in.
It's windy, I'm gonna wait till I make this. Second notch coming in.
Traverse City traffic, Cherokee 530, turning final 28, Traverse City.
All right, just put some aiming point, maybe the numbers right in the middle of your windscreen, and use your power for altitude control, just like in slow flight. And we'll go full flaps.
Full flaps. Third notch coming in.
And we're trying to get this thing slowed down to about 70. So we're a little high. That's okay. We could pull a little bit of power out, start pitching up for 70, and that. All right, start walking that power out. That nose off the ground, nose off the ground, nose off the ground. Nice, that was all you.